Purchase a pair of Nintendo Switch game vouchers and then redeem them for 2 digital
Alright. I'm pretty sure this thing is working. Let me check the... Yeah! I love it when things work. I love it when a good plan comes together. I don't think there's anybody here to get that reference, but nonetheless, here we are. I am gonna play a little bit of Frontiers today. Probably gonna be a shorter stream. Because it's been quite busy today. I apologize about that. My errands overstayed their welcome by quite a bit.
You don't have enough memory in the memory card.
It wasn't a memory issue, but I do have memory issues quite frequently. Welcome in, Cat, right? I hope you are doing well. We are going to play Sonic Frontiers today because I said so. And that is one of the best reasons to play it, is just because I purely want to. So I didn't have time to hold a vote because this week has been insane, to be quite honest with you. But we're here. I'm here. And we're gonna be playing Frontiers, hopefully. If I can push some buttons. We're gonna go to Game View. And hopefully this will appear. No! Okay. Well, do it this way. I should probably kill the Discord overlay. Hide my screen for a second so I can do that. Kill the Discord overlay. Game overlay off. I forgot I turned that back on. Screen capture on. Frontiers. There we go. Update notification. Oh. Skull will be happy about that. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you're well. I'm gonna play some Sonic Frontiers. And hopefully that'll be the drill for today. As I said, it's gonna probably be a shorter stream than usual, just because of the fact that that's how time shook out. Probably go for like a little while. I don't know how long a little while is gonna be, but I'm not gonna make myself stay on any more than I want to, or any less than I want to. I can use the jukebox, I can use photo mode, fun. Alright. I just need Volt keys from portals. Oh. Okay. Let's open the game back up. There we go. But I don't know where I am. The map doesn't know where I am either. I'm somewhere on the islands. Open door. Or open capsule, rather. But yeah, how are you doing, Kat? I hope you are well. I'm hoping a few other people stop by, but seeing as I am quite late, I would not be surprised at all if they didn't. Bonk. 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 Oh. I'm a dumbass. Bonk. And there we go. Map! I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Kat, if I didn't already say that. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I'm not being a complete dumbass today. But that is par for the course. And there we go. Yeah, I know what Sage's memory tokens look like. I can't believe I'm already on the final island. Here we go. I need key. I need the key. I am the key. Alright, let's kick some guy's ass. Red Pillar! Stream is so quiet, I thought YouTube glitch. Is it still doing that stupid ass thing? Ah. Oh, I know why. I've got to, like, actually add the audio from Frontiers, because you guys can't hear it right now. Ha ha! So you can hear me, but not the game. That would be why. Thanks, Skull. Also, hi. How are you? That should be a lot better. I forgot to add in the audio from Frontiers. That's my bad. Yeah, Frontiers is loud. Let me turn it down. Let's try, because I had it set for my Wii, which isn't quite as loud. It's been a bit, yeah! I'm glad you're doing alright. That should be a little better. Yeah. Thank you for the audio help. It's unfortunately, I have to pop back to OBS to fix it. Ultimate Spider-Flush, hey there. Got a new account, question mark? So hopefully that sounds a little bit better. It should. The game is now 10 full decibels below me, so... Oh, it's your old account. Okie dokie. So I am wrong. And this guy is dead. You're dead! But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's been a long freaking week. I just figured I'd chill in Frontiers for a little bit. Probably gonna be a shorter stream, but... figured, why not? Master Ninja was the one you needed for the achievement. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I figured it was one of the ninjas or the pillars, because it's just... there's so many of them, and they're all practically the same thing. Parry, parry. There we go. There's just too many of them. Had a hunch it was either Master Ninja or Silver Hammer. Yeah, that's a valid hunch. So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear you're doing alright. I'm doing okay. As I said, it's been a little bit of a long week, but I am very much happy to play some Frontiers. I am still on the complete the game track. I will probably be going for 100% on my own personal time once I actually have that again. But, as far as what stream is about, it's just about,
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back.
Getting to the end, and yes, I mean the giant pimply end. Because I am in hard mode, because for some reason I like causing myself pain. Oh boy, 100% is gonna be a journey and a half. I should honestly probably stream that, but it's gonna be a lot of repeat stuff. I try not to repeat myself too much on streams. That's one of the things that irked me off the most with my last failed Unleashed stream. Which I have ordered a new controller, by the way. That should be here, hopefully, Tuesday. So I can continue to play Unleashed with a controller that's not borked. It's an inevitability for streaming games, though. This is true. You scream and yell. I haven't died yet, so we've only just begun. Yeah, I try to keep myself up on commentary. It takes me a little bit to warm up to it, as you can tell. But I am hoping to have a good time with this. I hope you guys can too. By all means, Skull, if you want to join in, you are more than welcome to do so. But I know you just came from your own stream, which how'd that go? How was the Pokemon? I almost joined into that, but unfortunately time was not on my side, and I almost died. How did I not die? Yeah, I know you've been doing a lot of Pokemoning, and I hope that treated you well. And Portal! Alright, so I know I didn't get the S rank, but I did reach the goal. Sometimes it's slower, like Pokemon was today, but as long as you're on yourself, the audience, you're alive now, it's alright. Yeah, yeah, I'm alive! Alright, let's try again. Ah, yeah! I'm not completely dead. Oh, geez, Spider Plush, I'm sorry your internet connection is, crapping out on you. That's no good. Let's take the high path, shall I? Whee! Alright, I knew I was missing. Give me a moment and I'll take you up on the offer to join. Okie dokie. As I said, that's completely up to you. I just know you're usually chilling around. So I figured it would be worth an offer. Yeah, hopefully your internet connection solves up. Thankfully, my internet is very reliable. I very rarely have issues with it, and when I have issues with internet, literally everybody does. As I trip over my tongue, black. Ah, yeah! Dylan can't speak worth a shit! Yet I do plenty of it! There we go. Don't know if I already missed the red star ring I missed, or what, but I'm one ring short. So I think, yeah, I already did. Okay, well, I might have to take the dash. Because I don't think I S-ranked. I highly doubt I S-ranked, as a matter of fact. No! I made no progress at all! Which means I die! If I can get to YouTube, that is. Should probably have YouTube up on my phone now, shouldn't I? I can jam out to the music in the meantime. There we go. Hopefully Sammy will, Why is there a little asterisk next to my time? Probably because I died, huh? That's cool. I hope that they've released the first of the updates. I can't wait for the third one. Let me play as Tails. Need I say more? My boy! I wanna play as my boy! This is all. Boost. I know I'm a little late today, so I'm not expecting much of an audience myself, honestly. Everybody's probably like, oh, he decided not to do it again. I'm sorry I didn't do it yesterday, by the way. I literally slept all of yesterday. Like, quite literally almost slept all of yesterday. But work this week was hell. Sometimes you just gotta sleep through the day. That's how it be. Alright, I don't remember what the S rank time is, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. What I'm worried about is that one red star rank, because then I can at least say I progressed. Oh, crap! And I just missed it. Oh! Worry about the S rank, because that's the only saving grace, and I don't think I got it. Because I think S rank here is a minute 30, and I'm at a minute 35. Let's see. Let's see how bad that was. How was that? Okay, that is the S rank. Alright, no death. No death. I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna complain. I am gonna accidentally leave the level, though. Teleportation, yeah, was Alright. Yes, I know. Oh, I unsealed the vault, but I've got a key I missed, and I'm not gonna do this again. So I'm gonna go back and get that damn fourth red star ring. And then we're gonna move on with our lives and never play this stage again. Excuse me. The music for this stage is a bop. But I've honestly gotta try the jukebox, because I remember that's a thing now. That's one of the first update things, is jukebox. You can control the music in cyberspace. So that you don't have to listen to this music infinitely, though it's good music. I think it's solid. There we go. Okay. Just go somewhat fast, but don't worry about speed, because literally all that matters is that one red star ring. It doesn't matter unless it's red star. Alright, cool. Let's go. Alright, now it's... Woo! I have no idea how I'm still alive right now. There we go. I got the red star ring. Now all I have to do is finish. Alright, let's go! Hey, I met you around 2 or so years ago, and this isn't terribly crazy, but I'm on Discord, so call me. Dilly. That's a new one. I will call you in 1 moment. I've just got to receive that A rank. And then, let's blank my screen for a second so that Discord doesn't show, because sometimes it likes to overstay its welcome. Ring. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing alright. How's it been for you today?
It's been pretty well. As I said, I slept like all of yesterday, so...
You did?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why there was no stream from me yesterday.
Friday must have... Whatever you did then must have really taken you out.
Yeah, as I was saying, this week was an absolute nightmare at work, so...
Gotcha. Did you catch this as a Call Me Maybe reference?
Yeah. I recognized that as soon as I opened my damn mouth. As I do.
Good.
Another instance of the inevitable path of me making a giant fool of myself.
It's okay. We all do that as content creators.
This is true. That's like half the fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad you had fun with Pokemon. Sorry, turnout wasn't very great by the sounds, but as long as you had fun with it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you know, it happens sometimes. It's again just another one of those inevitabilities. I streamed at 11:30 in the morning, so you know, and it's a Sunday, so you know, just presume that there wasn't as many people available, and that's you know,
yeah,
it happened.
It do happen. Also, thank you, Spider Plush. I forgot to flick the game back on. I have to turn it on.
Started off one of my Frontier streams last year like that, and thankfully Josh pointed that out before I did anything of significance.
Which I should share my screen with you too.
Hey, that'd be convenient.
There we go.
Hey, there it is. I'm seeing a video game. Look at that. It's all.
It's a miracle.
I know. Man, with all this new technology, I can't believe we're allowed to do things like this now.
Yeah. Oh boy, I hate these challenges.
I had
I never know where they're going.
I had a pretty nice idiot moment with one like that in Oranos back on Friday.
Oh really?
It took like way too many tries.
Yeah, I have a feeling this might. I think I got it. Hey! There we go.
And I always expect multiple from it too, not just the one.
Yeah, that is true. I think part of my brain is mixing this challenge with the other, like, you have to put the balls through the hoops challenge that's, like, fucking impossible.
Ah, man, the basketball. I was expecting far more difficulty with those ones than I really got. Like, some of them were kind of troubling, but
yeah.
Like, I didn't really like those challenges too much, but they weren't as much a pain in the ass to me.
Yeah,
Speaking of which.
Yeah, I literally spent hours trying to figure them out.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
and sometimes you get ones like that you swear shouldn't have counted at all.
I was pretty damn sure that one was not gonna count, but here I am.
A lot of the times you get ones that you feel should have absolutely counted, and then ones that you feel absolutely should not have counted.
Yeah. You were saying these gave you no trouble. They're giving me all of the trouble.
Sometimes they gave me trouble, but I wouldn't usually have to retry it more than like once.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna just actually like do the other two rings, maybe. Sometimes you gotta boost into it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you gotta like boost into it. There are no rules! Tell me the rules, damn it!
I feel like on this one you were being a bit overzealous. On these particular ones.
Yeah. You
should probably go for those ones first, because they seem to be the hardest.
Yeah, you are probably correct on both fronts. A little too much gas.
Like with a little careful aiming and
like it doesn't even seem like it's gonna go far enough. Yet it gives me that one.
Yeah, I don't quite understand, because like with that one, for instance, just as an example, you've gotten ones like that where it counted on other rings, but not these ones for some reason.
Yeah, like that shot should have been fine. But I'm just like, I'm not having any sort of luck.
Yeah, it's definitely your camera angle too is certainly a part of it.
I'm trying to get better at that, but I'm also trying not to throw myself off the damn cliff. 2, 1.
Never found myself having to boost, so
Oh, I got that one. Just in the nick of time. Yeah, we ballin'.
And my ball arrived just in the nick of time.
Yeah, see, it didn't even...
Yeah, it's
So
landing right
weird.
on the edge of the ring, but for some reason on the lower ones, it's not counting when it does that. It's weird.
I have no idea. There it is.
Okay.
I just needed a bit
Hey.
more wind up, apparently. And
Yeah,
there
I
it is!
A little more of a run and start.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, and I don't care, because it's not my problem anymore.
Yay. So, considering where we are, or where you are, I guess, how many Oreos have you eaten thus far?
0.
Wow, I can't believe this treachery, even though I too did not eat any Oreos.
I thought about it, honestly, when I was at, a local store. I was just like, I should grab some Oreos, but then I was like, I am going to regret it if I do. I don't know how Vindo did that.
I liked his little moment at like near the end of the stream where he said he couldn't taste anything anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is concerning yet hilarious.
Indeed.
As are most things with Finn.
Yeah, you don't just eat like 36 Oreos in such a short amount of time and not regret it, I imagine.
Yeah. I need a key. Okay.
I legit wonder how much he had to work out to burn the calories from that.
Probably a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, I was actually talking to Vindo the other day. Because of his March Madness video there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I was just letting him know that it was hilarious.
It was a pretty good one. I'm amazed. I put it in the chat as well. Like I was a little surprised that his pick for champion was actually a very reasonable pick.
Yeah, and like I don't follow basketball that much, but I knew enough about it that I was like, you know what? That's actually not a half bad pick, especially not for the way you got there.
Exactly.
But one of my favorite parts of it was the fact that the F betrayed him.
Oh yeah.
You're just like, that's a frickin' P.
And they're not the Purdue fighters.
Yeah. Ultimate Slayer Plush was saying Chips Ahoy is better. Chips Ahoy is also good. I feel like both are good.
Yeah, they're both good in their own ways. I do love me some chocolate chip cookies.
Yes. I am very much a chocoholic, so you can't really go wrong with chocolate.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if he did a poll, which variant of Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies people would like the most. It's like the traditional normal ones in the blue pack, the extra chunky ones in the brown pack, or the soft ones in the red pack. And my personal opinion is I like soft cookies.
I was just gonna say, my personal faves are the soft ones.
Yeah.
Get those in some milk and absolutely yummy.
Now that I could eat 36 of in one single sitting.
This is true.
I've done that with like bakery cookies, just eating a whole bunch, and it was just like, you know, I might regret it a little bit, but you know, who cares? I'm an adult. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, that's one of those decisions there where it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna regret this decision, but I am okay with that. Like, you go into it knowing that future you is gonna hate you for it.
Ooey.
And yes, there is a moderate amount of Tetris in this game.
3D Tetris, baby.
Yes. which is honestly kind of cool.
Are you constantly holding the bumpers in these parts, or?
Yeah. So the cheat for not having to parry any sort of.
You know, I swear that didn't work for me sometimes, and I highly doubt it's it's my controller.
You get hit, once you get hit, you have to re-guard. So I was just tapping. Every time I got hit, I immediately let go and tapped back like that.
Okay, gotcha.
So, because once you get hit,
I was noticing like that's exactly what I had to do with with the ball ones, you know.
Yeah. Hey there, kitty cat. They were saying one time ago, about 10 years, I made a hoax for Sonic Forced Up about a TV show in the style of Sonic X, but set in a war between animals and humans. Guess what happened 4 years later? I have no idea.
Your neighborhood had a war with the stray cats that were going around?
That's a valid guess.
What did happen 4 years after?
Yeah, I'm curious, kitty cat. What did happen? Because I have no idea, as aforementioned.
Because if we're talking Sonic, then like 4 years after X ended, I guess it was like the tonal shift with colors.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that in my head. I was like, that'd be about the colors time when we got the wonderfully horrible team of Pontac and Grass.
I contend that Colors still had a good story.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't mean to like throw it away, but I was just saying some of the jokes that they tried to pass off.
Yeah, some of the humor doesn't quite land, but others other bits of the humor really does actually.
Yeah,
like the
agreed.
whole from a robot's perspective, I think is the shining star of
yeah, absolutely.
comedy in that game. But like I feel like they got severely demotivated after the vast majority of the story from Generations got cut, and then they just didn't try in all their other games afterward.
That's true, because I did hear a little bit of the story surface about that they were like really pissed that Sega was like, and we're gonna do none of that, which I would have been too.
They wrote up a big old script for Generations, and then most of it got cut from the games. So I can understand being pissed off at that, but
yeah.
I guess sabotage your job by doing shitty efforts afterward, like...
It just seems kind of dumb to me, but, you know.
Yeah. Sonic Forces happens with a similar plot, animals versus humans. That being it. I mean...
Was it only, like, a 4-year... That seems like more than a 4-year gap between Sonic.
That's well over a decade. Unless if they're saying that their hoax was written 4 years before Forces happened.
Oh yeah, that'd probably make more sense now, wouldn't it? So I'm just like, they're usually pretty good about details like that. So it was kind of like, something's weird.
Was it really humans versus animals? Because Eggman's like the only human in that game. They really tried pushing the idea of Sonic's world being animals only, except for Eggman, around that time. Yeah,
which is kind of dumb if you ask me. I like the fact of it can be both.
Yeah, that's...
yeah, it was time between their hoax and Sonic Forces. So
yeah.
Understanding as I die.
Like... the original creators of Sonic were even like, humans and the anthro animals, like they can mingle.
Yeah, I think it makes for some really interesting dynamics, honestly.
Yeah, and it's not like Eggman's the only good human character in the franchise either. I mean, have the people who honestly hate the idea of other humans in Sonic, like, have they ever seen Professor Pickle?
Yeah,
like, come on.
Pickle is great. Honestly, like, if we're talking Sonic X, Mr. Tanaka is a wonderful character, if you ask me.
I've been really surprised upon reflection, just how much of the human cast I do like from that show.
It's kind of interesting. Like, even, I can't believe I'm saying this, but even Chris, I feel like I get it a little bit more, especially, like, once you get into the 3rd season. Like, the first couple of seasons, he's just a Sonic fanboy, insert yourself here, hole, and it's annoying as fuck. But
I don't think he was never, like, necessarily good in any of the seasons, but he did improve quite a bit in the 3rd,
yeah.
I think.
But I feel like my appreciation for that has increased over the years.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like, because I used to just be like, and he sucks.
Yeah. Like Mr. Tanaka, Ella, Topaz.
Which I can't believe that Ella is done by freaking Mike Pollock. That still blows my mind.
He's a talented man. And then like Helen, you know.
Yes.
There's
Helen,
good human characters in there.
I know when you did your rewrite with Daniela and KN, one of the things that I loved is that you actually implemented her a lot more than the original did, because she never got nearly enough screen time.
Oh yeah, you know, it's been something that people have wanted from the show for a while, or have built like what-if scenarios around, you know, Helen being the main kid, Sonic's friend, you know.
Yeah.
The one that's closely related, or not related, but closely attached to Sonic. So I was like, all right, I love that idea too. So.
Yeah, I honestly feel like it works better than Chris, honestly.
Absolutely. Just like knowing the kids' personalities and how they were done in the show, I just thought that the way that I had it done up, I thought made the most sense.
Yeah.
You know, in the main show, if you know, they try to present it as if you know, Sonic and Chris have this like super close connection, and I suppose in ways that like they do. You're skipping a red ring, by the way.
Well, it's too late for that.
Yeah, too late now. But when Pan Pizza did his Sonic X review for Rebel Taxi, and he said, you know, Tails and Amy are more like Chris's best friends, and I was like, yeah, actually they are. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Which I talked about this before, but one of my biggest irks with I might have it. Well, I got the red star ring, but then immediately died, so that doesn't count.
You gotta get it again.
Yes! One of the first things that irked me about Tails is, especially at the beginning, it really felt like he was trying to take a position that really is better held by Tails, which is, like, the Sonic sidekick position.
In a way, I suppose, but Tails still had his place, I think.
Yeah, which once I actually watched the show more than like a few episodes, I got to know that, but... Alright, I'm gonna try another try. Kitty Cat was saying the thing was on their old terminated Twitter account. Yeah, I saw you, were switching around your Twitter. One of these days, I really gotta make that how-to video, huh?
How-to on what exactly?
On Kitty Cat made a really nice theme for a Sonic theme for Windows, and I want to do like a little techie how to use it, basically.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm a tech guy, yet I've never done a tech video.
That's something that's definitely been missing from the PC experience for some time now, and honestly, the internet too. Like customization has really gone down in the years. Like if anybody, you know, if you're an OG like me and you remember how YouTube was in 2007, for instance, you know how different one channel page could be from the next.
Now they're all the same.
Like, yeah, pretty much. But like, I remember seeing a video too, showcasing like different themes for Windows Media Player. That they were really pushing, like having all these different cool aesthetic themes back in the Windows XP days, and I was like, that's fucking cool.
It is. Like, that's honestly one of the things I miss from the XP days was Windows XP was, as the name implied, an experience. That was the whole point, was you could customize it. It was your operating system.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they just kind of did away with that.
Exactly. Like, I just feel like, you know, customization was the fucking bomb back in those days, and people really encouraged it, and it was all over everywhere.
Yeah, which as Kitty Cat said, thankfully there are tools like OpenShell, but I really feel like stuff like that should be integrated out of the box. Like, I shouldn't have to put a third-party software on my computer so that I can make it mine.
Yeah. Though I will say I am thankful for those third-party efforts. I have
absolutely.
I have Classic Shell because I hated the Windows 10 start menu, so I could just change it to the Windows 7 style.
Yeah, Classic Shell and OpenShell are practically the same thing. I love it. Classic Shell is just a different distro of it, but yeah, it's a great tool. I remember it was when I was working at, well, quote-unquote working, when I was interning at my high school, we actually deployed OpenShell to all of our machines when we made the transition from Windows 7 to Windows 10, and yes, it took us that long.
I mean, schools generally, I think, just take a longer time. Like, when I was in high school, that was in, 2008 to 2010, and by the time that, I attended my last day of class, they were still using Windows XP on their computers. So.
Well, we weren't quite that bad, but we were still running Windows 7 well into the 2020s, so.
Which, honestly, legit, because Windows 7's really good.
7 is a great operating system. I wish they would have learned more from it than they did.
Or at least retained more of it.
Yeah, and not, like, as I said, like, I really wish that things like OpenShell or whatever, Microsoft's getting better about being open source and, like, more compatible about, like, people modding things. But, like, OpenShell doesn't work with Windows 11 right now.
Gross.
Yeah.
Which is something Kitty Cat just brought up.
Yeah, that's why I actually said it.
Took my school, me reminding them the end of support for Windows XP, then Vista, then 7, then 10.
Yep. That's how we made the transition from 7 to 10, was I was like, hey, by the way, this isn't supported anymore.
Yeah. Definitely not the safest to keep it going beyond its support window.
Like, I can't... Like, as I said, I love Windows 7. I have an air-gapped machine that has Windows 7 on it, but that's the important part. It's air-gapped. It doesn't have connection to the internet. It's just existing.
Yeah, if I had the option, I would totally like to have some machines that have, like, I
really should, now that you have a more powerful machines, I really should show you the power of virtual machines.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I hear it is a bit complicated.
It's not that hard, really.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm a tech guy, so I live, sleep, and breathe this stuff. So the most complicated shit to the usual person, I'm just like, whatever.
That thing is huge.
Yeah, one person's complicated might be another person's simple.
Yeah.
But like, it'd be cool if I could, like, get some install disks for previous Windows operating systems and whatnot.
They're
Just,
pretty
have offline machines that just
Yeah, that's what I did with my with the Windows 7. Was I was like, I've got this old computer that's doing fuck all. I might as well make it do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Kitty Cat was saying, I wish they went straight from XP to 7 or 10 instead of Vista, because Ward on Vista is super laggy. Yeah, and then there's also the mess that was 8.1. Windows 8.1 is Windows 9 but rushed.
I thought it was more so that 8 was the crappy one, and 8.1 was more of a...
8.1, the whole point, like, yes, 8 is crappy, but the reason 8.1 exists is because there was a fatal security flaw in Windows 8, and the Microsoft dev team already had the first beta of Windows 9 ready to go. So what they did is they blended what they learned from Windows 8 and what they had structured for Windows 9 and produced Windows 8.1.
Wow.
So,
I thought that it was just like Windows 8, but they wanted to make it a little more traditionally Windows, because they really changed up a lot of shit for...
Yeah, it was a massive change because Windows 9 was supposed to be a return to, like, the old school. But then they discovered a massive security flaw in Windows 8 that had to be addressed ASAP. And the dev team could only, obviously, do one thing at once. So they were like, why don't we just use Windows 9? So they did.
That reminds me of how when Heartbleed was going around.
Yes, yes.
That so many people had stuck to XP that even though it was out of service, Microsoft had to do an emergency update for XP and Server 2003 to
yeah, I remember when they
those,
launched that, because I was surprised, but it was straight from CISA, the Cybersecurity Information Security Agency, issued a warning to Microsoft being like, patch your fucking shit. This is dangerous.
It was cool of them to do that. I remember it was like during the last days of using my old XP computer that I was turning the computer off, and I saw the update, the one that they were doing for Heartbleed, and I was like, oh yeah, they are doing that.
Yeah, it was
It's so interesting that support's ended, but they're doing this.
Yeah, which they did make a statement about it, that they were like, well, we really didn't particularly want to, but it was a case of we had to.
There are still so many fucking people using this that we kind of have to.
Yeah, and they still are, hilariously, especially if you're enterprise grade. Like schools, they're still releasing update packages to XP to this day.
Really?
Yes.
I can understand that because from one thing I've noticed about computing is that hospitals are always terribly behind.
Oh yeah, that's one of the enterprise grade folk that are using those updates the most. Because I was go ahead.
I think I remember going to the hospital in like 2010, and I noticed they had Windows XP, and I was like, oh, so they finally upgraded from 98, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, I remember the other day, I had to redo our update server at the school I work for, and there were still update files from Windows XP on it, so I was like, I wonder how old some of these are, you know? And there were some, like, from back in the 90s and naughties, but some of them were, like, a couple days old, and I was like, you what? Like, what do you mean there's still Windows XP days?
That's kind of cool, though.
Oh, it is, but it did kind of scare me a little bit, because I went to one of my bosses, and I was like, please tell me we aren't still using XP. Which we aren't, thank God.
Yeah.
Kitty Cat was saying, so laggy that I installed Sonic 1 disassembly on my main computer that I edited to be an entire program that was just Word but way faster. Then I put it on a USB to be used on the school computer I had. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
I've done a few weird things. I was never one, like, I always did fooling around stuff on my own personal machines. I was never one to, like, try and get through my, school computer or anything like that.
Yeah. speaking of like wanting out of the box, just fresh install versions of Windows. Whenever I can get that XP computer, running again, it either just needs a new fan or the fan needs to be cleaned. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I really need to get like some of my old files off of there because. That's all the original frames for Sonic and Mario and the original video files as well and stuff. There's shit I want to preserve there.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice to go and preserve our stuff, and then I've talked with my brothers about it before too, where we're just gonna set it back to factory settings and then keep it as an offline machine.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, as long as you air gap it, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Kitty Cat no longer has the ROM. That with the Sega Escape browser, which yes, I switched the branding of the browser back to, are the most impressive things I've done. Yeah, that did seem pretty impressive. In case you weren't here for that, Kitty Cat actually made a edit of Netscape that runs on Dreamcast.
Ooh. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it really is. I love little stuff like that. Like, it's not supposed to run on this, but it is.
Yeah, that's something I quite, or rather that I'd like to look into a little more, because I was thinking for a while,
They got rid of the annoying cutscene! I'm sorry.
For what?
Whenever you got full rings,
oh,
it would always
right,
give
yeah.
you that bar out where it's, like, wicked cool Sonic, but it's like, after the third time you've seen it, you don't want to see it anymore. They finally got rid of that. I'm sorry, I was so excited.
Yeah,
I had to cut you off.
you can turn it off. Yeah. Goodness, what was I going on?
Yeah, sorry.
Crap, what actually was I saying? Dylan, you made me forget.
I'm sorry. My memory's too crappy to remember.
It was about, let's see, we were going on about Windows XP, and then...
You were saying that you needed to get some of your old files off of there, and then probably
And then-
cap it.
Yeah, and then I feel like the
Then I was
topic
talking about
switched.
Kitty Cat being a bit of a programmer and making the Netscape on Dreamcast.
Right. Okay.
That
Yeah. I
too.
wanted to. I've wanted to look into see if and apparently Kitty Cat has, but the Dreamcast web browsers that were around the time, obviously there's less and less support for it by the day.
Yeah.
So, like, considering how into it the Dreamcast community is, I would like to see some more. If there's also an effort to make modern internet browsers for it, because I think that's just a really interesting idea.
Yeah. The biggest issue with stuff like that, I speak as a tech guy here, is the secured version of HTTP that we use to access literally everything. You gotta, like, teach the Dreamcast how security works when it has no idea what the fuck that even means.
All right, yeah, you'd have to program that into any modern web browser that.
Yeah, but most modern operating systems have like a backing system to what we call the chain of trust, which is how the secured world works. Older hardware
Right.
like that doesn't have it, so you'd have to literally start from scratch.
Yeah, but I'm sure anybody who.
Oh yeah, it's doable.
you'd-
It's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, anybody who like develops games for it, or supports Dreamcast in the modern day in any way, probably,
Yeah, not for Dreamcast, but I have done it on on my Windows 7 machine. I fucked around with some of the certificates on there so that it can still run some games that have expired or expiring certificates, because Windows 7 is old enough that all of those certificates that quote-unquote never expire are expiring.
Ooey.
It doesn't help that it's air gapped, so it can't update them, but that's beyond the point.
Right.
That's kind of a necessary evil.
Indeed.
Kitty Cat also made a parody game theory episode about how Mario is a cat.
You show
where
them.
is Cat Mario? For whatever reason, Chromium has specific hard-coded checks for if it's running on a Dreamcast, and then makes it be a black screen if it is. Honestly, though I think you're memeing on me, it wouldn't surprise me if the Google team did random shit like that.
That would be weird because Google's kind of like VLC media player in a way. It just kind of works on everything.
Yeah, which very nice mention to VLC there. I love VLC.
It's a good option. They know what the hell they're doing.
Yes. That is probably my most frequent disc player when I don't have, like, a factory one. I have yet to try its ability to read Blu-rays, though, because they did say that they were working on that.
I'm surprised that isn't a thing, because Blu-ray's been around for, 17 years.
But it's in beta, is the thing. So I was saying I've yet to try it.
Yeah, but, again, Blu-ray's been around for so long, and so if
the problem
Blu-ray...
is the same issue with older web browsers, that security layer. You gotta completely overhaul everything because Blu-ray is encrypted.
Yeah, I can see it from the perspective of it's literally one company making Blu-rays, so
yeah,
as opposed to
true.
DVDs, which were a little more universal.
Yeah.
In that respect, they're probably easier to get into.
Yeah, and DVDs were always either very sparsely encoded that you could just undo it in a heartbeat, or not encoded at all, where you could just read it on literally fucking anything.
I wonder if that's the reason why DVD isn't really dying out, kind of like
yeah, it is
the way VHSs are, or VHS did rather.
Reasons, because Blu-ray, for as powerful as it is, one of its main features and why the world is pushing for it is the fact that it supports that encryption.
Yeah.
So old school, just burning a video to a disc is still gonna be there via DVD for years to come.
Yeah, I just figure anybody, if you're manufacturing DVDs, en masse, it's probably just easier, so that's probably why they still do it.
Yeah, and that is true. Though technologies have gotten better about it.
Yeah.
It's honestly a really interesting thing. I apologize, I'm probably blathering about it a little bit, but I am a tech guy.
I mean, we're both going on about it. I could talk about video formats all day long, like how in certain parts of the world the predominant home video media is video CD still.
Yeah, which is a weird thing to think about. Because most people wouldn't think that you can put video on CD, but you can, just not very much of it.
Yeah, so you buy Avengers Endgame, and I think Hong Kong is one of those areas that it's still pretty popular. So you buy it, and it's on 2 or 3 discs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must be on several discs.
without any menus or special features to speak of.
Yeah, because CD doesn't support any of that. Because DVD is where they introduce the technical ability to be able to have interactive menus and shit like that. CD is just raw data.
I'm kind of surprised though, considering PlayStation, for instance, that's a CD format, and Sega Saturn and Sega CD and all that, and they have programming and menus and other
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
So it's kind of
that's-
surprising that like the video CD and its equivalents didn't also go for stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the main reason is that the menus that you're seeing and stuff like that heavily rely on the operating system of the PlayStation itself. So you'd have to have a specific hardware backing to provide that on the CD. Like, if you pop a PlayStation CD into just a normal everyday CD player, it's not gonna not gonna do much of anything unless it just, like, makes your ears bleed.
But you could still get the music, right?
If you choose the right track, you might be able to, but because of the way that they format it, so that it can be understood by the PlayStation OS, it may just be complete nonsense, which is why I said it might just, like, error out or make your ears bleed as it reads nonsense.
And perhaps I know Sega was pretty good about like with Sega CD, and I think they even advertised it as a thing.
Oh yeah,
like
if
you put you know Sonic CD or whatever in a CD player, you can just listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's honestly all they have to do is make sure that all of the music tracks are written to track 1 on the disc, and that the game data is somewhere else. That's why, actually, if you look at, I know it was Sonic CD, I believe it's track 3, they say don't listen to it, because that's your game data. So it will, like, torture your ears if you listen to track 3. Kitty Cat was saying, my theory for why this happens is because either it might be referring to the bankrupt company Dreamcat actually making a Twitter post about how much Google stinks, and Dreamcat made computers, so Google must have misspelled it, making Dreamcast not able to use Chromium. Interesting.
Ooh.
I'm not as I said, I wouldn't put it past Google to do something weird like that. Like, they do some pretty weird shit.
After this.
Yeah.
But as Skull said, it is kind of like the VLC of the browser world. It just kind of, it works everywhere.
Yeah.
I
mean, you guys, go on.
No, you're fine. I have yet to see an operating system that won't run Chrome, though I do know Ubuntu would prefer you use Firefox.
Yeah, Kitty then also said, I made a UI skin for Game Banana that makes all the fonts wingdings, which is, that is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's... Wingdings is a wonderful font, but to be used, sparingly.
Wingdings, Webdings, I think there's another one.
Fuck me, yes there is, but I can't remember it.
Ding dongs. Ding dong, yo.
Ding dong, your pizza's ready.
Hey, ding dong, man, ding dong, yo.
I actually, Kitty Cat apparently made VLC work on Dreamcast, or on Genesis. Black. I'm not surprised.
You know, my first question is how. My second question is congratulations, which isn't even a question.
That's just a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am slightly curious how you pulled that off, but...
The audio must be terrible.
Oh, the audio's gotta suck with the Genesis's, FM chip.
Yeah, no, like, the Genesis has, like, not that great sound unless if you really know what you're doing with it.
Yeah, and seeing as VLC would just be playing audio as it sits on the disc, it would be pretty bad. I don't even know if the sound module would even try, because it's not encoded in Sega format.
Yeah, that specific version of VLC media player must have to digitize everything.
Yeah, it has to.
Sega CD. All right.
That makes a little more sense in the Sega CD realm, because at least that's like a little bit more beefy. Though still impressive.
Oh yeah.
The only use for Wingdings is that one secret character in the indie RPG. Actually, Wingdings can be quite useful for, like, symbology. Like, if you're trying to get the Windows key symbol, that's where you can find it. Is in, Wingdings, Wingdings 2, or, Webdings.
Oh my.
So they really should just combine them nowadays. I don't know why they don't.
Who's to say?
Yeah, because the reason there are two separate Wingdings is because the original font was so large that it couldn't fit on Windows 95.
Oh man.
That's literally the reason. Was a freaking ancient OS couldn't fit it in all
Goodness
one file.
gracious.
Because FAT32 doesn't support very big files.
No, certainly not. Your thing just reminded me of I don't know if I ever like linked it to you when I watched it last year, but PBS had this great show, and I forget exactly what it was called, but it was about like computing, and it ran from the 80s to the early 2000s. And a friend and I watched an episode on Windows 95, like when it just came out, and it had some interesting footage from like a press thing that Microsoft did, like a big ol' event to launch the operating system, and they showcased like various features and games and stuff that you could play. What I was very surprised by was they were talking about like expansion packs for Windows 95 that would be available in the future, and they were showing one off, and I was so surprised that one of my best friends on Windows, that is to say Space 3D Pinball, which is a standard feature on Windows XP and probably 98 and 2000 as well, was fucking DLC, for lack of a better term, for Windows 95.
It didn't come standard until Windows XP.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, all of the other operating systems, you had to download it separately, which, very good choice, by the way. I love frickin' Space Pinball. I really should grab the executable, because I should test, because it worked on Windows 10. I wonder if it'll still work on 11.
Yeah, man, it's 3D Space Pinball was the shit.
But yeah, because Windows 11 is just Windows 10 with lipstick. But that beside the point, that is a freaking amazing game, and even if I can't get it to run on Windows 11, I have my Windows 7 machine that I can definitely get it working on.
Oh yeah. Now where did that gear go?
It took me a minute too.
I don't get it. How come fan games get claimed by Nintendo even though they don't make money, but shows like Family Guy and Robot Chicken that use Mario and Kirby every season don't? It's weird.
It's very, yeah. That's about the summary of it.
Because if we're talking like shows like Robot Chicken and Family Guy, yeah, parody is fair use. So it was a decent attempt, Dylan.
I was trying to cheese it.
And companies can bully like small time individual YouTube creators out of doing their parodies, though it doesn't happen quite as often. But when it comes to something like fan games, unless if it's a very specific sort of instance, most of the time it doesn't really count as parody. So like technically speaking, I guess if you want to get like the most anal about it, then I guess technically they have a point. like legally, but it's just a matter
It's
of
a very bad.
the vast majority of other game developers don't fucking do it. You know.
Yeah. Well, the reality is that like I love Sega's stance on it. Like as long as you're not like making bucket loads of money with it, then whatever. You're giving you're giving the franchise good PR.
That's that's how most people treat it. As long as you're not selling something that isn't counting as fair use, then it should be fine. And that's what most companies think. But for whatever reason, Nintendo and some others, when it comes to things that aren't necessarily video games, just have this draconian policy and stance about that sort of thing, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like one of the best things to come from Sonic is Sonic Mania, which wouldn't have happened if Sega were as strict about fan games as, say, Nintendo is, because Mania was literally a fan project until Sega was like, and we'd like to buy.
It didn't start off as a fan project, though.
Or maybe I'm thinking the previous game he made was what got them into it. I know Sega came to Whitehead about it.
Yeah, they commissioned the game. So like they knew about Whitehead and Stealth's reputation, especially since they had worked with them before.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a matter of that.
Okay. I had the story a little bit backward, but you get the idea.
Exactly. Not to be an actually guy, but...
No, be an actually guy. I get it. I would have done that too if I were in your shoes. Like, actually...
actually...
And
hey!
Sometimes I love doing stuff like that. Like, there's no penalty to just being a complete dumbass about some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Sonic 2020, that one stupid fan game from 2020, had a Patreon where they made money from their fan game. I'm surprised Sega didn't sue them. I believe Sega DMCA'd them, though. Which, for those of you who, for some reason, don't know, is basically, stop! Get some help!
Gave him a C&D.
Yeah, just... Yeah, I don't think they pursued any, like, legal action against them, but they were like, knock it off.
I'd have to look into that, because Sonic 2020 sounds like something I've heard, like, the name of before, but, like...
And I might be confusing it with something else, but I know that Sega has issued a few DMCAs before, and I think that's one. That they were just like, no, sorry. And I think even the Sega CEO came out about it, was like, hey, we're fine with fan games, but there's a line.
You're not allowed.
Yeah, like, you're not allowed in there!
You can definitely make an argument for parody, but it has to actually, like, be a fucking parody.
Oh, yeah! Like, there is some... I don't know. I don't deal with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to deal with it. It's a bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah. What about Sonic Omitted? Well...
Sonic Omitted?
Yeah, that one did Patreon too, but they're much harder to go after just based on the fact that they're a Russian development team. Yeah. So like, you know,
maybe international law if they wanted to go against it.
Yeah, in certain cases, it's a lot easier to get away with copyright infringement depending on where you live.
Yeah. This is very, very true.
And Russia happens to be one such place. And obviously there's a bunch of, you know, socio-political reasons for why that is that I'm not going to get into.
Yeah.
but it's just a thing that happens. Like RuTube is a thing, for instance. It's a very like it's popular over there. It's basically a Russian equivalent to YouTube. But I mean, I don't know how it is nowadays, but like 10 years ago, for instance, it was extremely easy to find just full episodes of copyrighted stuff, movies, easily accessible. Because again, it's just harder to enforce international copyright law in certain areas.
Because there is, I don't believe that there's really any particular international copyright authority. It's just kind of whatever.
Yeah, so,
Hey there, Leo!
Hello, Leo.
I see you changed your username to Leo22040. All spelt out.
Yeah.
Hence the announcement voice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like dealing with your shit today, Shinobi.
Was rather rude. That's Kunoichi.
Well, whatever it is, it's gone now.
Dylan, how could you?
Yeah, how are you doing, Leo?
YouTube won't let me keep my numbers from Twitch. So I did this. That's weird.
Weird? Yeah, because I used to be D-Man028 or 853 on here, so I had a lot of numbers. And my tag is, if you look me up, at D-Man028 on here through the tag system, so...
Yeah, the @ system that they got now, I think multiple people can actually... Oh, wait, no, that was one of the reasons why they implemented it, was because people were having the same name.
Yup, so it's a single identifier. That's actually why I can't be D-Man028 or 853. That's a story I'll get into at another time, though, because I don't want to blather over you.
It's a little weird. I am kind of glad that they're going back to that, sort of. I don't think the @ was necessary whatsoever. It's just a stupid attempt at being Twitter.
Yeah.
Which, if you're going to aspire to be anything, why in God's name is it Twitter? You know?
Yeah, Twitter is becoming more and more of a shit show ever since a certain person who will remain nameless took it over.
Oh, Twitter was always a cesspool. But like, it is good in the sense of like the pre-Google Plus days where nobody could have the same name.
Yeah.
So it's good of them to have brought that back, because you get a lot of impersonators trying to like scam people, or like give them malware or something, So it's a good idea to just be a little more safe in that respect.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's a nice idea. It's the implications of it. It's, as you said, like, the @ sign isn't at all needed. Like, you could have just been like, oh, you need to change your channel name to something unique.
Yeah.
Or have an alias for it, or whatever. I don't care what you call it.
Mm-hmm. Also, were you not seeing the little streaky thingy, or are you only worried about the memory tokens right now?
I'm only worried about the memory tokens right now.
Okay, so I guess at least you know what the map challenge is, the one that you were going around.
Yeah. I do think I did it at some point in my original playthrough. I should probably do it. Right now it's kind of hard, though, because it's Starfall!
Yep.
Which you can turn off now, I've learned. And I should have done that.
It's weird, because the way that the game frames it, it sounds like Starfall still happens, but you don't get the light show or the slot machine, apparently. So I guess all that it does is generate new enemies. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm not sure.
It's just actual Blood Moon.
Yeah, I never turned it off, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, can you do that without leaving the game?
Yeah, it's in this menu, I think.
Starfall slot machine. Whether slot machine activates when a starfall occurs. Off! It sounds like it's just going to make the slot machine disappear. Well, it does fuck all because I'm in Starfall right now. But I'm just gonna leave it off.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't quite count right now because it already happened.
Yeah. It's probably a trigger that's turning off.
Me and my 12,461 old Google Plus emails, and then Kitty says me and my old 56,589 MySpace emails.
Good God!
Lord.
I have 3 4 emails, because I have my work email. Well, I have 2 work emails and 2 personal, so that's 4.
I'm thinking that they mean like emails sent from those particular services.
Yeah. Oh, Google Plus was horrible about that in that case.
And thank God I never did the full transition. Actually, I lie. I did, but it was like near the end of that. Like they,
When they were
I
starting
think
to
they,
deprecate it.
I think they discontinued it like 6 or so months after I went and did it, because Sonic Song came back, and at first I used my alternate account that I had connected to Google Plus. To let KN know, and she she received the message from the alternate account and was able to decipher that it was me, if not from me mentioning in the comment that it was me.
Like, hey, it's
I don't know.
Skull.
Yeah. But at some point I was also just like, I'm gonna need to do this anyway. So I did, and then again, like 6 months later, they were like, "Oh yeah, you don't have to have that connected now to make comments." I was like, "Oh, cool, I did that for no reason then."
Yep. And now it's gone.
Thank God.
Me and my boss were actually talking about that the other day, because for Enterprise, Google Plus was a nightmare. The Google Workspace, which is what took it over, is a lot easier to manage. I didn't ask you, Google. I don't know if you can hear the Google Assistant, but
I sure did hear your assistant there start blathering to you.
Hey Google, shut the fuck up.
Hey, it's the real Skull902. I need your credit card. Oh man.
Evil!
It's scary because they knew something the real Skull902 might ask. That is a joke, by the way.
Well, yeah, I would hope you wouldn't ask that. Like, just randomly, like, hey, KN, what's your credit card?
Yeah, no, first of all, I don't think there would be any tact at all with just opening up a conversation that way. And secondly...
No, that's one hell of a red flag, if you ask me. Who opens a fucking conversation with, hey, here's your credit card? Or,
hey, what's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie? Also, by the way, I need your credit card.
Yeah. Well, at least that would be a little bit better. Like, at least you're deflecting a little bit. I don't know.
Deflecting and then just bashing the message over the head of the recipient.
Yeah. I have seen some people that would be that dumb, though.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. I'm gonna make my profile pic some really cute character from a well-known franchise. Then I ask for people's credit cards and comments.
There was a creator, I don't remember who it was because I don't watch them anymore and have forgotten about them because my memory is shit! But, one of their most frequent commenters was a bot that kept spamming about, like, oh, follow this link for free Robux, or some dumb shit like that, and I'm just like, why aren't you blocking this? How many fucking tokens do I need? 2. Okay, good. I'm just like, I've been corrupting tokens for what seems like ever.
Well, I mean, now you just know how I felt during that one stream. That God, was it the? It was the one where I beat the game. I think where I had to go collect memory tokens for like the first half of it.
They're not as bad as like the Moon Medal issue or the medal in general issue over in Sonic Unleashed, where you gotta like get 10 million of them. But it is sort of the same breath of like, why is my progress being stopped by these weird collectibles? I didn't sign up for a collectathon.
I don't know. I felt like this was a little more in the way. Neither were like terrible.
Yeah, like it's not bad. I'm not complaining by any means, but I'm just saying it's just in my way.
Like I guess I have to make my Unleashed comments with an asterisk because a lot of the time I did just watch like tutorial videos on how to get all the Sun and Moon medals in a particular level or area. So that I wouldn't have to worry about it. The only time that I ever got the "you don't have enough" message was right before entering Dragon Road Day.
Yeah, that's fair. I honestly should do that. I usually wind up doing it, but I always start the game and I'm like, I'll be fine. I've played this game plenty enough times that I don't need that. And then it'll hit me in the face, and then I have to go back and find them. Find the medal room!
There's some really cleverly hidden ones, I'll say that.
Yeah, there are. Spider-Puff said, sorry to hear about your bad day. Also, give me your credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be $9.99 plus applicable taxes.
And then in response to Kitty's comment, I was gonna do something like, hello, it is me, Amy Rose. Please give me credit card. You are my #1 fan. Oh boy.
I believe you can proceed once you find a way to activate the starting device.
This is the Skull902 PTSD machine.
I mean, honestly, fair.
Well, I guess I had to earn your trust first, huh?
This is one of the bullet hells, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you know how to activate the starting device?
To be entirely fair, it didn't get super bad until, like, the actual end.
Yeah? That giant fucking pimple just won't pop.
I only had to replay the one that's, like, immediately before the Supreme door. And I think that one took me, like, 3 tries. The other 2 only took me 1.
Yeah, I think the only one that I actively had to replay was the end itself.
Yeah.
Kitty Cat asked ChatGPT what the character they should choose was, and it chose Raziel from Deltarune. It's a goat smoking a big cigar!
Well.
I honestly should fool around with ChatGPT.
I was wondering if that's what Vinny used to talk to Shadow.
I think so? I'm not sure. I think that might... No, that was character.ai.
Oh, do you have to have an account for that too?
Yes. That's also... That is, I believe that's a Discord thing too, so...
Huh.
Because I know a few of them are. Like, Mid-Journey you have to use through Discord.
Weird.
It is freaking weird, but whatever. Because I want to fool around with some of it, but I just haven't had time.
Yay!
Close up!
Good.
Yeah, I played... I think I've mentioned this, but I played Undertale a little bit. All the way up until the end, and then when I saw whatever the fuck happens at the end of it, I just gave up.
Well.
I was like, no! I'm done! And I never came
Bye-bye,
back.
game.
Yeah, basically. So, I don't know if Deltarune is any better than that. Like, because Undertale was a wonderful game until that happened and it scared the living shit out of me. Because I don't do horror.
Yeah. Like at the same time though, I can't imagine like getting to the very end of a game and then giving up on it. Like
It was less giving up and more I was scared shitless.
Oh, okay.
You could have told me sooner.
Scared shitless, like was it Unleashed on the Wii that you got scared by and then told your dad to never let you play again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm literally on one of my streams trying to play that. It's a good game. I just at the time I was young and dumb, and I thought that the world was literally gonna blow up.
Well, you know, children be children.
Yeah, I was a dumb child sometimes.
They do some ridiculous things.
We'll be honest that I was not the smartest kid there was. What the
Well, I mean, you know, what kid is?
This is true. Alright, I need keys. Holy shit, it's already high. Added feature to Sega Escape. Yup, copy and paste ChatGPT's code into it. I mean, technically you could, because it's open source. It's just... I highly doubt that the Dreamcast has enough hardware to emulate a neural network. Maybe I'm wrong.
Mayhaps.
But I don't see it.
Me on that one stream not knowing I could just shimmy off of those things.
Oh, yeah, you just push quick back and forth, and it usually locks you onto them, though I did the same thing, honestly, at first.
I was far too excited on the buttons, and it ended up costing me, and it was extremely stupid.
Yeah, as I put it, it's just another entry in the long list of things that make me look like an absolute dumb fuck.
Relatable.
Oh, I should probably, like, actually give you credit for being in the stream now, should I?
Oops. It's fine.
No, it's not. And now it's fixed.
Pause. I wonder which one this one is.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, this
There are. Oh, okay. The one I always think of Dennis speedrunning the
Yes!
the Zyrus-based ones with. Now remember the tricky red star ring, which I believe was in this. Oh no, it was in a little bit of a later area.
Yeah, I should remember where that is, but my memory is also crap, so I'm not guaranteeing that!
I know there's like a bunch of boxes around. It's not necessarily in a box, but it's obscured by boxes.
My boxes!
Yeah. Also, I have played Deltarune before, and it's actually funny. Also, why so laggy?
Are we lagging?
Are we lagging?
I don't think so. I'm seeing smooth 60 frames per second, no lag, so...
I wouldn't have noticed, because I'm watching on Discord.
Yeah. And usually it's pretty good about letting me know if I'm dropping, so I think that might be you, kitty cat.
It was this area. Where... Yeah, that's a
not going
pretty...
for the S rank.
Yeah, better to just get a feel for the level.
This is very true. And
around
I'm
one of these.
definitely feeling it.
Oof. I see it. You got it. Good.
Yeah. It's kind of hidden in between it.
Yeah.
It keeps buffering. That's weird. Well, I'm not seeing anything wrong on my end.
I'll go look on here for a little
if you
bit.
don't mind taking a look at it,
Oh, you know what? It might be, cause I'm not like live, so I have to click live. Huh. Okay.
let me take a look here. Excellent connection. Alright, let's just restart.
Sometimes it does do that, though. Like, you know, you're not even like doing anything wrong, but sometimes YouTube is just like, eh.
Yep. Well, I just stopped and started OBS and caused myself to die from it. That's 2 deaths I have to catch up on, but...
Tee hee hee. Oh, and you lost that red ring in the process.
Did. So
Which would be a
that...
good thing if this game were an Xbox 360, but it's not.
Yeah. Nice reference to the red ring attack.
I was really surprised to find out what the actual problem is, and that like it's actually easy to fix.
Yeah, it's
imagine how many people
easy
like.
to fix.
Imagine how many people fucking threw out their Xboxes. You know.
Yeah. It's literally just your hard drive is dead. Replace it, if I recall.
It's just a matter of the heatsink. So
Oh, that's right.
basically,
It's overheat.
Yeah. They Microsoft did a shitty job at first because they were trying to, you know, they had to rush the console out to market, so they didn't really do the thermal paste nearly well enough. So you know, if you have a red ringed 360 and you take it to somebody who knows what they're doing, they can just open it up, add a bit more thermal paste to the heatsink, and boom, problem's fixed.
Yeah. And honestly, I think you can, if it is just an overheat problem, then you could probably just fix it by, like, I don't know, putting a fan nearby. Like, I'm not trying to be a dumb fuck, but...
I know that's what
but...
I remember when Halo 2 was about to end on like the original Xbox servers. That's what some people did. If they were playing on 360, they would keep their game room like extremely cold and have fans blowing on their 360 just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, I think I remember that, because I'm pretty sure that the red ring is literally just the console like, I'm too hot!
Wow, these spinning thingies are not being friendly to you right now.
No, they aren't.
I shall make every font wingdings, every game wingdings, every OS wingdings, every dead person wingdings.
I actually...
That's right, Abraham Lincoln, you're wingdings now.
Abraham Wingding.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate this.
Patience, Dylan.
Pain. Patience? I ain't a fucking doctor.
Oh, come on, Sal. Patients are for hospitals.
Some of the ways I'm dying, I can't even rightfully be mad at. They're just that bad. I'm definitely getting a D.
Some of them are pretty wacky. Epic wingdings moment.
Indeed.
You know it, Spidey.
Yes. What?
Maybe like jump ahead of it and then try to time it.
Yeah. Well, one of my issues is I was trying to go for the red star ring that's right there, but it's like right in the wrong place.
Sonic can be a little unwieldy if he needs to make big old jumps, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I say as somebody who, as of Friday, got all S ranks and all the keys and shit from every single one of these.
Yeah.
There's some pain involved. Definitely some pain involved.
I was gonna say, hopefully some pain. Well, as your friend, I wouldn't wish pain onto you, but as somebody who's playing this game and failing horribly, I do wish you pain.
Oh, jeez.
Like, I don't want to be the only one who's having a shitty time with it.
Ooh. Oh, God, that was close. I thought I was going to send you backwards.
Yes, I did too. I am very
I'm gonna
glad it
send
did
you a
not.
yeah. I'm gonna send you a shit post
I'm
on
going
Twitter.
straight to hell.
Ooey.
There
Alright,
it is.
that's a 4 out of 5. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Yes, I do see that you have sent me something. I will look at it in a moment. You can actually probably see the fact that I have my phone notifications going to... I forgot it does that. I should probably disconnect that before it says something that shouldn't be said on stream.
Man, guys, can you believe that Dylan is so techno geek that he actually has his phone connected to Windows?
Yeah, I have it connected to both of my computers, actually. My home and college computer. I refuse to connect it to my work computer.
Yeah, work is for work.
Yeah. The college, it's like, nah, whatever.
Of course.
I am honestly very, very ready to graduate in May.
Was it or rather, is it a school-issued computer or something that
It's
that you
personal.
bought?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
personal
okay.
thought, so it's not managed by them. It's mine. It's just I dedicate it for school shit.
Oof. See, that's exactly Sonic's, unwieldy jump there in certain situations.
Yep. I have my Zune connected to my Microsoft Windows CE kernel keyboard from 2003. Nice.
My God, that's
That's an old keyboard.
that's something. I mean, like Zune player though. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Which I don't know if you know this, but the newest edition of Media Player, under the hood, they named it Zune. They had the balls to name it Zune.
Well, that's a fun little callback.
It is, but it doesn't earn it at all.
Well, I mean, nothing wrong with it.
No.
All right, be careful here.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
nice.
Now, I don't think I'm gonna get the S rank. I don't believe that's possible at this point in time, but I'm nonetheless gonna try and not be completely horrible at this.
Do Windows phones
do
still
not exist anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Fun fact, Zune crashes when it plays MP3 of the original music for Sonic 3 Sonic Origins. Interesting.
Huh. Something about the file, I'm presuming?
Must be. Plus, Zune is all... Unless you're talking modern Zune, aka the Groove player, it's also, like, freaking ancient, so...
Oh, hey, you actually got some wiggle room for mistakes. You're only off by 11 seconds.
Yeah, that's not bad. I can't complain.
Certainly not.
I'm shocked that it's that nice about it. Usually it's not.
Yeah. VLC player for Nokia 3310.
I mean, you could probably do it.
The 3310 is one of those. It's the one that everyone touts as being indestructible, right?
I wouldn't know.
Because I was gonna say like that phone is like pre-smartphone. So if you were managed, or if you did manage to program VLC media player for it, I would actually be extremely impressed.
Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head which one that is. I just kind of automatically assumed it at least has something. Apparently there's some invalid note in the songs, but I find it funny that even Microsoft Zune hates the new music in Sonic Origins!
Well,
that doesn't surprise me. For some reason, my brain just instantly goes to that, wrong notes meme from SpongeBob.
why did you stop playing the beautiful music?
Which I've said it once and I'll say it a million times. I don't know why they don't just have T-Lopes redo the music. He has some samples that he's done of his own volition for the Sonic 3 music, and it is a freaking bop.
Well, if it's still the same composition though, or maybe composition isn't.
It should have been different enough, but maybe Sega didn't want to risk it because of the MJ situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is that we had a conversation actually about this last Friday. Like, what I imagine is that the reason why the original music isn't there for this remake is just because it could be a case of nobody knows who actually owns the rights right now.
I think more or less that's always been the case, is that we just don't know who owns the music. It might be Michael Jackson, it might be Sega, it might be some rando.
Well, if it was Sega though, then they would absolutely be free to use it.
Well, yeah, but they aren't sure if it is them, is what I'm saying.
Perhaps. So I think the most likely possibilities are either Michael Jackson's estate or Brad Buxer.
Yeah. Because I do know that there was that issue with the fact that it shares a few notes with the Jetsons. I keep wanting to call it the Jetsons.
Jetsons, all with Z's. But like, it's not just a few notes. Like it's basically the melody, just in general.
But nonetheless, why didn't they just use the prototype music? I have no idea.
Who's to say, really?
Yeah, they just decided to use the remakes from the Sonic and Garfield pack, which made Dennis very happy.
Well, if we're talking like the Sonic and Knuckles collection music, then it is the same as all the prototype music. It's not like the same arrangement of them, but like it is the same songs.
Yeah. And yes, I will look at your shitpost after this. I just wanted to finish this level up first.
You're definitely gonna want to acquaint yourself more with Boost, I think.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty if you can't tell.
It's okay.
It's okay, you just suck.
Well, Dylan, I would never tell you that.
Well, that's why I said I'll say it because you won't.
You don't suck. If you sucked, then you'd either just be like giving up at this or cheating in some way.
That's true.
You've beaten this game before on hard mode. You don't suck.
Yes, and I am working toward beating this game on hard mode again because for some reason I like pain.
You just really thought about facing off against the end one more time, and you're like, man, I don't think that I hurt myself enough last time.
Apparently.
No, they just took a recording of S3 Complete's version, then they made it low quality, but everyone wanna be superstar over it, then removed it, and boom, it's an Origin song. That's a pretty scathing review of the Origins music. Goodness.
Yeah. It's different, but I don't mind it too horribly.
10 seconds.
Oh crap. I don't think I got it.
You got it. Just go for it. Boom.
Oh. I'm just like, I don't think I've got it. And yeah, here I am. Ta-da!
There you go. Look at that. Nice and gold.
Yes. Now, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's grab... minimize Discord. Let's go to twitter.com. and see what has been senteth my way. Oh, just random font samples.
Ooey.
That's a like I recognize. I believe it's Ready Player. No, what the fuck is it called? The Google old school freaking arcade font is the second one down.
Who's to say, really?
I know the name of it. Press start. That's what it is. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you for the share. I need Obis, and then Frontiers, and then...
Look at that, man. You got the keys.
Yes.
You did the thing.
Oh, and I will share that right now before I forget. Do. This was the Cat Rio thumbnail, I'm imagining.
Oh shit.
The truth about Mario. He was never a plumber to begin with. Here's what a cat.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Today, we're talking about Super Mario again. Don't worry. Don't roll your eyes.
Bolts.
Green.
Yes, green. I think the plan will be, just so that you're up to date on what my plan is here. I will collect the Chaos Emerald and then probably do a little wind down and call this a stream.
Ooh.
Because I am starting to get hungry and I smell dinner.
God, you went wild on that one.
I was like, I am going to do this in the weirdest way possible. And I almost did, is the funny thing. I'm one tile off.
Oops. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to get hungry too. Last had a meal at God, it was like 10:45 in the morning, so it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah. What is your food of choice, if you shall know it?
I did ask my brother if he could order pizza.
Some pizza time.
Maybe. If not, then it's probably either going to be mozzarella sticks again or chicken, because my diet is very limited right now.
That's fair. Is it just always, or is there a reason?
Practicality. I would say.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm basically the same way. Like, the past 2 days I've had spaghetti and meatballs, because the first night it was the dinner, the usual family dinner, and then it was just leftovers and convenient.
Yeah, like, I used to, when we first moved in here, I had stuff like a little more frequently, like ramen soup packets, for instance. Loved those, but then like the fly problem happened, and so nowadays I'm just kind of like it's still. Oh, do you not know? I've complained about it. I've complained about it before.
Maybe my memory is just that shitty.
Oh, okay. So I live in an apartment, right? So for a couple of years, our downstairs neighbors were fucking disgusting. Like.
Oh, right. I have heard you complain about this. They
okay.
Would, like, the flies would migrate upwards, so it would be like a pain in your ass.
Yeah, and so even though those neighbors have since been evicted, like the problem is still there. Though last year it wasn't nearly as bad as the previous two, so I'm kind of hoping that, like, there's another downgrade this year.
Yeah, I hope so for your sake too, but the sad thing is it's gonna take a while because the flies are used to being able to get a meal, but once they realize they can't and start dying, then they'll go away.
Yeah, it's just, you know, if they could die off faster, you know.
Yeah, gotta die
No,
fast.
if things go right, that might not be our problem by the end of the year, because we are looking to move.
Yeah, I
so,
remember you were talking to me about that. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. This mission I had to wait around for like 20 minutes on the stream.
Yeah, I don't
get it.
mind the day-night cycle. It's a cool thing. I think these challenges are really cool, but sometimes when it's just like, and then you wait. It's
Yeah, it would be nice if they had an unleashed like mechanic where you can choose the time of day.
Yes, that's literally what I was thinking, is that they should have a mechanic that it's like, okay, and now you can fast forward to night or fast forward to day and just get it over with.
Yeah, exactly. Spidey was saying I had Domino's pizza yesterday, and then Kitty said I had Domino's pizza when I had Domino's pizza.
Well, I would hope you didn't have like DiGiorno when you had Domino's pizza. That would be freaking weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I would prefer DiGiorno to Domino's.
Honestly, same.
Domino's, Domino's isn't bad. It's just painfully okay.
Yeah.
Is its problem.
That is the same sort of experience I had with Domino's past tense, because our local Domino's is, you'll never guess it, 100 miles away.
Well, my goodness.
Yeah, the actual local Domino's closed down.
It's them and A&W's Burgers are the two you know, restaurant thingies that or like chain restaurant thingies I should say that I found like the most not good but not bad at the same time.
Yeah, A&W is pretty good, but it's not like anything to write home about.
Those burgers were probably the most 50-50 thing I've ever eaten in my life.
When I had A&W out in Michigan, I honestly didn't eat much. I was more in it for the root beer, because I'm a huge root beer fan.
Oh yeah, I forget how I thought about the fries, but the burgers definitely left an impression on me with just how okay they were.
I love that, though.
Let me ask you this. You said in Michigan, so
yes.
just curious. Would you know whether or not you had it at the A&W in Great Lakes Crossing Mall?
No, it wouldn't have been that.
Oh, okay. Because that's where I had mine.
Ah.
It's one of the options in the, I don't know anymore. This is a story from 2011. Bear in mind, it was one of the options at the time in the food court.
Yeah.
So I was there with a friend, and I was like, you know, I've never had A&W before. Let's
yeah.
you know, aside from the root beer.
The one we had was like a dinery thingamabob on the road.
Ah.
Alright, Red Pillar, you can go and die in a hole.
We don't need you.
No! Because I'm gonna save off. And then I think that's pretty much gonna be a stream.
Did you grab the Chaos Emerald?
Yes.
Okay.
I did that like a little bit ago, but we were talking, so I was like, I'll just keep playing.
Getcha.
I do that sometimes. I'm just like, I'll just keep playing. Bother. Well, thank you for coming by, Skull.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
Live stream rule number 1: you should always talk about food. That's it always goes there, at least for a fleeting moment. For
I
the
was
most
gonna
part.
say it's pretty standard. Kitty Cat, I would show the video, but I am like trying to wrap things up a little. Oh, it's only a minute long. Whatever. Screw it. Why not? I thought it was saying that was an hour long. I'm a dumbass.
Oh goodness.
Sometimes I am just a dumbass. Loud.
And they really changed their intro, eh? It's been forever since I've seen this show.
Yeah. They can't even hear this because I forgot to turn on the audio. So, let's try that again. So you get to see it twice, but yeah. I haven't watched Game Theory in frickin' forever, so I would have no idea if this is their most up-to-date intro or not.
I know, it's been like 8 years, I think, since I unsubscribed. So, 2016, okay.
There's more evidence to support this in the game Super Mario 3 World. He eats a bell and becomes a kid. Need more? Well, in real life, punch your very own cat, and guess what happens? He turns into a short, stocky Italian plumber with a mustachy brown hair, wearing a red cap and shirt with blue overalls. He has round, friendly eyes and a big nose and moves with a bouncy, energetic gait.
But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Well.
Okay, that is kind of funny. Thank you for sharing, Kitty Cat.
Welly well Wellerton.
Yes, Welly well Wellerton indeed. Well, Skull, thank you so much for tagging along for the crazy ride that was this.
Oh, no problem, my dude. Again, thanks for inviting me on.
Of course. I can I love that it was just like I'll reshare it. You guys at home can't see this, but the infinite screens.
Yes. Of course.
Oh boy, but with that being said, I am hungry, so I am going to go and eat dinner. Thank you guys so much for coming by. The chat GPT made their description apparently. That's awesome.
Well,
as I said, I really should fuck around with that a little bit more. I just haven't had time.
be interesting.
Yeah. With that being said, I've been Dylan Bradley.
I've been Skull902.
Thank you for watching. As Vindo would say, I'ma love ya, I'ma miss ya. Catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.